Introduction to SAS. So SAS is nothing but statistical analysis system, or a software we can say. It is mainly intended to analyze the data, to analyze the raw data. So how we are using SAS in different industries. Uses of SAS in various industries, like nowadays we are using SAS software in multiple industries like clinical, banking, retail marketing, finance, so on so. Okay, so what is the main purpose of SAS? So main purpose of SAS is nothing but data retrieving. So we will get the data from different data sources, and report writing, application development, statistical analysis, and the business solutions. So these are the main purpose of SAS software. And before going to know about SAS software, so I will tell you how we are using SAS in the real time. Okay, so I'll go with the one example, like banking sector. Okay, so in nowadays in banking, so the banks, they want to give some loans for the customers. Like there will be different loans, like vehicle loans, personal loans, like credit cards. So they want to give some loans. So daily what happens in the bank, so they will get the some application from customers. So like for example, they will, for every day we will get applications around 8,000 to 10,000. So out of the 8,000 or 10,000, so how many applications are going to accepted? Nothing but how many applications are accepting and how many applications are getting rejected. So the main thing is, out of 8,000, suppose 4,000, 6,000 records are getting rejected. So remaining 2,000 records are getting accepted. So it means it is lost to, so it's a business loss, right? So what happens now? Here, what we are doing as SAS programmer, what we are doing? So we are giving business solutions here, right? So it means that, suppose from out of 8,000 records, 6,000 records are getting rejected. It means, so due to some PAN card mistakes, so in the bank they will enter the data of customers. So if they are doing some mistake while entering the data in PAN card, so the application will get rejected. So that's why as SAS programmer we will give the business solutions for the bank. So yes, due to some PAN card mistakes, due to some invalid PAN card, so this particular application is getting rejected. So nothing but by using SAS software, we're analyzing the data, we analysis the data. So after analyzing, so he can understand the business. Okay, so nothing but he can take the decision making. Okay, so the main functionality of SAS programmer is nothing but we will do some analysis on the data. The data can be whatever, like it may be clinical. Suppose if you're talking about clinical side, so the data may be from clinical or maybe banking, finance, retail marketing, whatever. Here the main concept is we will analyze the data to understand their business. Okay, so the business, it may be a small scale industry or large scale industry. He want to know the business status of the business. So that's why he is using SAS software to analyze the data. Yes, what is the business in the last month, and what business happened in the last month? What is the business in the current month? So if he knows the business status, so he can predict the future. So that is why we are using SAS software. The main purpose is SAS software. Okay, for example, now I have a data. So I just want to know that status of my business, how many applications are received in the last month. So now I want to generate one report for that records. So in the real time, what happens? The data will be available in different databases. So now, as a programmer, we have to connect to the database, and we have to get the data from database to SAS. They will do some program so that we can generate one report. So this is the main purpose of SAS. Okay, and so after learning this SAS, suppose now you are in company. So daily you will get one task from your manager. Suppose the task is like, yes, today you have to generate one report, monthly wise report. So what business happened in this current month? So he want to know that state, he want to know the business which has happened in the current month. So for that he need one report so that he can easily take, he can easily understand that business. Okay, now our main objective is we have to generate one report by using this SAS software. By using this SAS software, we are going to generate one monthly wise report. Okay, to generate that particular report, we need data. So generally the data may be available in Excel file or CSV or some database. Databases like Oracle database or Teradata, Sybase, Informix, DB2, so whatever database. Suppose in our company we are using Teradata. Okay, so now to generate that particular report, my data is available in Teradata database. Now, as a SAS programmer, I need to connect to the database. I need to import the data which is available in the database. Now I'm going to export. Now I will export the data. I will import the data from database into SAS software. There, I will do some analysis. After analysis, I will generate one report. So this is your main task in the real time. Every day you have to generate some reports. So it may be weekly wise report, or it may be like weekly wise report, monthly wise report, yearly wise reports. So every day you have to create some reports. Okay, and see here, um, now come to technical part, our SAS software. See, our SAS software icon will be, this is our SAS application icon, SAS 9.2 English. Currently, we are using SAS 9.2 software. It's a version 9.2. Okay. Now, if you open the SAS software, the software look like this. Okay. See here, there are so many windows are there. So now just come to presentation. Okay. Now SAS windowing environment. So how many windows are you can see here? So you can able to see here, there are 5 basic windows are there actually: editor window, log window, output window, explorer window, and results viewer window. So I will tell you each one specification. What is editor window? What we do in the editor window, and what is the use of log window, and what is the use of output window, and what is the use of explorer window, and what is the use of results viewer window. Okay. So the first one is editor window. So in the editor window, just we will write the program there in the editor window. Here you can write the program. You can write the SAS program over here. So to generate any kind of report, you have to give some code. So that code you can write in editor window. Here you can write all your SAS program. And what is the use of log window? See here, just I'm giving one example. So here I'm creating one data set, one table. Just I'm executing this program now. Okay, so in editor window, what I did here, written on the sample program, it can be create one date table. So the table, see here, the table has created in the contents of work. It's a library, so you can see the data set over here. So it means I have a data. See here, I have created one table called DS. Here I have variables like name, sex, age, height, weight. Okay, so nothing but the main use of editor window is it is mainly useful to write the program of your SAS program. So you can write the SAS program over here. Okay, now let me tell you what is the use of log window. What is the use of log window means? After submitting your SAS program, we don't know whether the program it has successfully executed or not. So it may be there may be some errors. There may be some errors. We don't know the errors. So how can you understand the errors in your program? So for that, we have one window that is called log window. Here you can able to see the information of your program. Nothing but after submitting your program, if you have any errors in your program, if you have any spelling mistakes or if there is any syntax error in the program, so you can see all the syntax errors in the log window. Okay, so once if you feel okay, it means there is no syntax error, there is everything is perfect. So it means you can create one data set. Okay, see here the log in the log window. There were 19 observations read from the dataset SAS help.class. I will tell you what is observations, what is SAS help, and what is class. Okay, SAS help is nothing but it's a library. There we have one table called class. Just I'm reading the data from class table to dataset. So it means in the real time, we don't have the data in the data sets. Maybe they will maintain some databases. So in that case, we have to import the data from database into SAS. But here, for example, just I'm telling that for example, we have data in SAS help. SAS help is a library name. So we have one table called class. So just we are copying the data from class table to DS table. DS table is nothing but we are creating new table. I will tell the terminology also. What is the terminology in SAS? What is a library? What is the data set? What is the observations? I will tell you. See here, this table have 19 observations and 5 variables. I will tell you what is a variable and what is observations. Just come to presentation. Okay. See, introduction to SAS program, technical SAS. Again, we have some two levels. One is base SAS and one is advanced SAS. Okay, so before going to this, just we need to understand the terminology in SAS. See here, general terminology. So table is nothing but columns plus rows. Columns plus rows. But this will be in general terminology. But when coming to SAS terminology, the terminology will be quite different. So here we call table as SAS data set. So table is nothing but here SAS data set. And columns we call variables. Columns we call variables. Rows we called observations. So the entire table we called SAS data set. So this is our SAS terminology. Table we call SAS data set. Columns we call variables and rows we called observations. See here, I created one table here. Name, sex, age, height, weight. So these are nothing but variables, and these data is nothing but this is one observation. This is one observation. So we can call rows as observations, columns we call variables. So this is our SAS terminology. Okay. Now, okay, fine. So how many levels are there in technical SAS? So the first level is base SAS. Base SAS is nothing but data step and proc step. And proc step, see, in the data step, we can create some data sets. By using data step, we can create some data sets and we can do manipulation also for the raw data. So I will tell you, I will give you one example. What is the main SAS functionality? After learning SAS, if you are now if you are in company, how you are going to use this SAS software? So from what is your input and what is your output? So I will tell you in detail. So I don't want to touch. I don't want to explain program in depth. So See here, just I'm giving overview of your SAS, technical SAS. So there will be in two levels. One is base SAS and one is advanced SAS. In base SAS we will discuss about data step and proc step. So by using data step, what we will do, and by using proc step, what we will do means, by using data step we can create some data sets. We can create some data sets and we can do manipulation. It means that, see here I've written data step in our SAS program. SAS program is nothing but contains two levels. One is data step and one is proc step. Okay. Now see here, we have two levels. One is base SAS program. Base SAS. Base SAS is nothing but data step and proc step. And this is data step. Just I'm decreasing the font size. And this is proc step. Okay. See here, by using data step, just I'm creating data sets here, so that we can create one data set over here. And I said data step, it is useful to create data sets and we can do some manipulations. Manipulation in the sense, after creating data set, suppose as per your requirement, suppose F is there, it should be female. So nothing but we have to rename the raw data. So this is nothing but manipulation. And suppose the client, your end user, he has given the data like this, but from this data again you have to filter the data. So that is nothing but one of the modifications. So nothing but subsetting or renaming or labeling. So these are nothing but modifications. And here, proc step is nothing but it is useful to print your data set, nothing but which you created, tables. It is nothing but it is useful to print your tables. See here, now I'm going to print the data. So like this, you can print the data. So proc step is, the main use of proc step is, after creating data sets, you have to print the data. Okay, now first I will tell you the main purpose of SAS is nothing but we have to generate some reports. We have to generate some reports with analysis, with analysis information. So as I told, in every business, they want to understand the business status. So for the business, we have to generate some reports. Okay, so every SAS programmer, every SAS programmer, the main functionalities of SAS programmer is, see, these are the main functionalities of SAS programmer. Every SAS programmer, after learning this SAS, what in the real time, what we will do actually. So what I do in the real time means, just every day I will get some reports from my client. So I will create some reports by using this SAS software. Okay, so suppose today there is one report called X which is to be generated today. So to generate that particular report, as a SAS programmer, what I'm going to do is, the first thing is data access. To generate that particular report, I have data in some Excel file. So from Excel file, we have to import the data into SAS. So that is the main thing we have to do in the first level, from the first stage. In the second stage here, after getting the data into SAS, we have to manage it. But we have to manipulate the data. Okay, once manipulation is done, so after that we have to do some analysis. Here I told you the main use of SAS is nothing but analysis, just only analysis. So nothing but we got the data from Excel and we did some manipulation. Manipulation is nothing but just here just now I told you, right? So there is one column called sex. There is one variable called sex. Here I have data values like female and male. Okay, so suppose if I want to rename that, now client he has given the raw data like this. F and M is there. In the raw data, he has given sex like F and M. But he is expecting like if F is there, it should be female. If M is there, it should be male. So nothing but as per his requirement, we have to manipulate the data. So that is nothing but we'll do the manipulation. And the next one is data analysis. Data analysis is nothing but we have to analyze the data. Nothing but okay. So I have one table called employee information. Just let us take an example of this data only. So this is nothing but employee information. Okay, this is employee name, sex, age, his height and his weight. Okay, now analysis. What type of analysis we will do here? Now I want to find out what is the frequency of sex. It means how many females are there and how many males are there. So here I need to do some analysis. And what is the n value? What is the range? What is the average? Like mean, median, standard deviation. So I want to find out these descriptive statistics, basic statistics. And sometimes I want to find out what is a height for female and what is the total height for male. So I want to find out these analysis. Okay, so after doing this analysis, now the last stage is data presentation. Data presentation is nothing but, okay, now you have generated analysis report with analysis information. Nothing but you got analysis information. Now what you have to do is you have to convert that analysis information into client expected format. Client expected format is nothing but, okay, suppose I have a client called X. So my client name is X. So he has given one report, some sample report. So, but he is expecting in HTML format or PDF format or RTF format. So what format it may be. So suppose he is expecting in HTML format. HTML format is nothing but hypertext markup language. It is a one of reporting format. So suppose he is expecting in HTML format. Now what we have to do is, now we have to convert these analysis information into client expected formats. Okay, so once you convert it into client expected format, now you can send the report to your client. So this is main functionalities of a SAS programmer. Now I will give you an example for data access, data management, data analysis, data presentation. Okay, now see here. Just let us assume one example. Okay, so this is my data. Now data is available in the notepad. Now my data is available in the notepad. Now I want to generate one report for this data how many females are there and how many males are there, and what is a subtotals, nothing but what is the total salary for females and what is the total salary for males. Now I would like to generate this report by using SAS software. I want to generate this report. Report is nothing but how many females are there and how many males are there, and what is the total salary for females and what is the total salary for male. I want to generate this report by using SAS software. Just think, you are a SAS programmer, you got this report, this is your task today, you have to generate one report. Okay, now I know this SAS, I'm very good at SAS. Now I'm going to generate that report. Just I'm removing this program. No need to worry about the program, just understand the concept. So there is one report, we have to generate that report by using the SAS software. Okay, now I'm a SAS programmer. First step is, now I have to get the data from Notepad into SAS. So this is my first responsibility. So that is nothing but data access. Okay, now see, so we can discuss in next class. Now it means what is a program to extract the data from Notepad into SAS. So I will tell in detail, but here just understand the concept, how I'm going to import the data from Notepad into SAS. See here I'm writing some sample program to extract the data from Notepad.
Mr. Srinivas.
Yes.
Can you please show them the topics that you would cover? I understand that you are going deep into the program, but if you can just please show the topics that, what all you're gonna cover, and do they have, like, how much time it is going to take, and with the basic, like you said, you have two levels. Do they have to do both the levels to get into the job?
Yeah, compulsory. Yes, okay. Compulsory.
So your training will give them enough information, knowledge, and practice to do both levels.
Yeah, both levels.
Compulsory. So if you can just focus on the topics, because this details you can cover in the actual class. That should not be a problem.
Okay, no problem. Okay, actually, see, if I explain these topics, so that they will get some clear picture about.
I have no complaints about that. I just wanted, like, more students are they want to know what the topics are and how much time it is going to take, and if they get the job, if they do it.
Okay.
Because they pretty much everyone is trying to get to the job opportunity. So. How fast?
Yes.
And then people who are interested, they have to learn every bit.
Okay. Here, so as I said, we have two levels: base SAS and one is advanced SAS. To get the job in any sector, clinical, whatever it may be, clinical or banking, finance, in every sector we are using SAS software. Okay, but to do the program in SAS, we have to know this. We have to know the program in base SAS and advanced SAS as well. So we are using some programming part from base SAS, and we are writing some programming part from advanced SAS. So this is compulsory, mandatory to generate any report. So in the real time, simply I can say that after learning SAS, we will generate some reports with analysis. Just we will do the analysis and we will print the data. That's it. Okay. Now here we have two levels in our technical SAS, and one is base SAS and advanced SAS. In the base SAS, I'm going to cover data step and proc step. In advanced SAS, proc SQL and macros. Okay. Just now I told you what is data step and what is proc step. It is useful to print the data. And proc SQL is nothing but why we need to understand, why we need to learn proc SQL. SQL is nothing but it is related to Oracle. So here why we have to learn this SQL means, in the real time what happens, The first step is, right, data access. So it means the data will be available in the Oracle. Oracle is nothing but SQL. It means that to import the data from Oracle database into SAS, we need to know some commands in SQL. So that is the reason why we have to learn SQL also. And macros is nothing but whatever we are writing, data step and proc step, to simplify the program, we use macros. That's it. So in general cases, what happens? We will write huge amount of programming lines in data step and proc step. So to reduce the amount of program, just we use macros. Nothing but we can simply say we can simplify the program by using these macros. Okay, the next one is okay. So this data step and proc step, this base as will takes around 20 days, 20 to 25 days, and advanced SAS will take only 10 to 12 days. That is totally 45 days we can complete this SAS program, SAS training. And this is the duration of period 45 days. Within 45 days, we can complete all the technical part, base and advanced SAS. And apart from this, if you want know that what type of projects we will deal in the real time, so even I will explain all the projects in clinical and banking. So in clinical project, what we will do, where we will involve as a SAS programmer, and what type of data we will get, and what are the data sources, and as a SAS programmer, what we have to do in clinical, in banking. Okay, and here we are using SAS software in clinical, banking, finance, retail, marketing, but the technical part will be the same for everyone. Suppose there are some students like different educational backgrounds. They are having some different educational backgrounds, like life science background and non-life science background. Suppose the students who came from life science background, they know the terminology in clinical, so that is why they prefer clinical side after learning this SAS software. And there are some students, they are from non-life science background, like we can say MTech, BTech, MBA, MCA. So those students, they don't know much terminology in clinical side, so that is why they prefer banking sector. Okay, and the programming part, the technical SAS, it will be same for everyone. Whatever, if you are working in clinical, or if you are working on banking, wherever, whatever, you have to use the same program, same base SAS program and advanced SAS program. But here the difference is, in the clinical side, you are going to work on the clinical data. In the banking side, you are going to work on banking data. Here in the banking side, you will create some banking reports, nothing but banking related reports. Here in the clinical side, you will create some reports related to clinical. Nothing but in general, what happens in the clinical side, they will create some reports related to some drugs. So, okay, so, here I will give you a simple example in the clinical side. Okay, in the clinical side, they will conduct some clinical trials, because if any industry, if they want to introduce their new drug molecule into the market, so they have to take permission from some authorities. There are some like US FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So they have to get approval from that particular authorizations. Okay, so because we don't know the particular drug molecule is safe for human beings or not, so for that reason we have to conduct some clinical trials. So nothing but we have to conduct some clinical trials. It means we have to gather some patients, subjects. So we have to give them some drug molecule, nothing but into some specific dose. So everything will be mentioned in the protocol. No need to worry. So how many patients have involved in the study, and how many females are there, how many males are there, and how many got side effects, how many have got side effects, and what is the severity. So for this information we have to generate some reports, by using this SAS software. So like this, we use SAS software in clinical side. In case of banking, so credit cards. So suppose banks, they want to give credit cards to the customers. Okay, so here we will get the customer information, customer records, how many are eligible to take the loan and how many are not eligible to take that loan. So here we'll do some analysis using SAS software only. So nothing but we can work in any sector by using the SAS software, but the main problem is terminology. If you know the terminology in the clinical side, you can work in clinical side. If you know the terminology in banking side, just you can go for banking sector. But the programming part will be the same. No need to worry about program. Clinical says, will it be the different? No, it does not. It means the programming is same for all the sectors, but data will be changed. The programming will be the same, remain. So that's it. And after this SAS program, after this technical SAS, if you want to do any, if you want to understand any projects, I'll give you some basic projects also. And I'll give you materials. I clearly mentioned everything in the material, basis, data step, and see here I will give you some course content also. I will show you the course content.
Also,
So
I
this is
shared
SAS.
also I shared the course content from what we had. So I think pretty much,
Okay.
yeah. If you look at the chart, you will see the like, you know, if you just go to the main window of like I sent it to everyone so they can see, and
Okay.
you
No.
can send a copy as well. Like, that's not a problem.
Okay.
So it pretty much will do the about same.
Yes. And one more thing, I just want to know that if they are having any questions, so that I
Yeah,
can make
sure.
them clear. Actually.
Sure. Yeah, please, if you have
So
any questions, please, the lines are open. If you can, if you have questions, please ask him. Anyone? Mr. Mukesh, you want to say something?
Yeah, basically, I just want to know because I have a banking experience. I do not have that clinical experience. So
okay.
I just want to know if I want to make the career in banking sector.
Okay.
So that the installation part of SAS and it will be different for that Unix and different for Windows, different for Mac. That configuration and installation.
Yeah, it will be different for Unix and Windows. In Unix, it is no, it takes it is not that much difficult to install SAS software in Unix, but we use in the real time most of companies they are using Windows only. But just there, some less companies are they are using Unix OS for security purpose. It is not a problem. We can install in both Unix and Windows. Are you using any software, Unix OS?
Yeah, the thing is that in US most bank are using that Unix.
Yeah,
So it will be better if you taught me on that Unix
platform.
platform.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
so that will be a good.
What we'll do is,
Uh,
yeah, what we'll do is, Mr. Srinivas, we will have the installation, and we will host the software on cloud, and
okay,
with its own virtual machines. So you will have access to play with it, install, uninstall, do it on the Unix side or Windows side. You'll have that opportunity.
okay,
Okay,
no problem. Okay.
okay.
And actually, what I want to say is, I want to go with first Windows OS. After completion of our SAS program, after completion of technical part, I will go with the Unix. Now, how we are using SAS software in Unix, so that it will be very clear actually.
Okay.
Will it be clear or not?
Yeah, it is clear.
It means, see, uh, in first, if we complete the technical part, after that, in the next class only, I will discuss. I will show you how to run the SAS software in the Unix environment. If you want to install OS in Unix also, I can install it. I will tell you how to install software in Unix and how can you access the files from your SAS libraries. I will tell you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And any doubts apart from this? No, actually, these demo will be depends on your questions only. That's it. So if you have any questions, please just let me know.
Okay, Gulnaz and Rashmi, do you have any questions?
Not so far. Just listening.
Yeah. Well, I sent you the course content.
Any kind of any kind of questions. How it will be in the real time, or what we will do in SAS, and is there any prerequisites for this SAS to learn this SAS? So any kind of questions.
Is it going to be teaching on how to do programming, or it will be how to deal with data, manipulate the data?
These will be like a programming part only. Okay, and it is not that much difficult. If you know English, just again write the program. That's it. The program will be very easy. Okay, next.
And one more thing, what kind of job is available if we will do that base SAS and that advanced SAS?
It depends actually. In the real time, see, there will be 3 servers actually: development server, testing server, and production server. Okay. So suppose if you are in development server, if you are in development level, you have to develop the code and you have to develop the report. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, in our company, there are primary SAS programmers are there. They will load the data from every day. They will load the data from database to SAS. That's it. So this is the only responsibility of the primary SAS programmer. Suppose if you are working in testing server. So what you have to do is, the SAS programmer who developed the program and report, you have to test those reports and program. So this is your responsibility. Okay, even in the testing server also there will be SAS programmers only, but they are very seniors. There are senior SAS programmers will be there. In the real time, you have designations like SAS programmer, SAS developer, SAS analyst, biostatistician, senior SAS programmer. Okay, so these are the designations of SAS programmers.
And what will be the responsibility of SAS programmer?
See, in every sector, take whatever, clinical or banking, finance, retail marketing, in every way, every day, okay, every day, you will get one task from your team, your manager. Okay, every day you will get the one task from your manager. That is nothing but you have to generate that report. Okay, so what you have to do is, first you will have an access actually. You will access the data from database to SAS. The first part is data access. To generate that particular report, first you have to understand the report first. Okay, you need to understand the report first. If you are unable to understand that report, you can take help from your business consultant. Okay, he will be in the company only. Okay, if you are unable to understand the report, if you are unable to understand the business within in that report, you can take help from those persons. Okay, now once you understand the report, now you have to start your work. From where you have to start? Here I told you, right? Data access. Yeah, the first one is data
access.
Yes, first data access. Okay, to generate that particular report, that information, the data is available in Excel file. Now, as a SAS programmer, you have to import the data from Excel file into SAS. The next one is, once you access the data, you have to perform some manipulation. Manipulation is nothing but depends on his requirement. That he will give you one template actually. Okay, I won't report in this standard. I won't report in like this. Okay.
Okay.
But in the raw data, they will give you column names different. But in that final report, in that output, they will expect yes, if column name is sex, it should be gender.
Okay.
Okay. If there is one column called name, so it should be employee name. And some again we have to rename the data also. Data is nothing but values. Suppose take one column name called sex. So there will be some internal values will be there in the real time, 1 and 2. If 1 is there, it should be female. If 2 is there, it should be male. So like that. So you have to manipulate the data.
Okay.
So in other words, you do that by coding, using the certain type of coding?
No, definitely we have to write code actually. See here, I'll give you a simple code actually. See here, just now I told you, right? Let's say this is our sample data. Okay, so suppose this is male and this is female. Now you have to rename this data. See how the program is. It will be very easy. You can easily understand the program. See, I'm creating new table from that data source, that is my data set DS, table DS. Now run.
Okay, so you say one is male, and how would your program recognize that one is male?
Yes.
So
Yes. Now see, so this is nothing but, this part is nothing but, first we access the data. Okay, now we are going to manipulate the data. Okay, now we got the data in DS table. Now, what my requirement is, if F is there, it should be renamed as female. If M is there, it should be renamed as male. Now you have to give a code. See, what is the code? Now, just I'm reading the data from DS to DS1. Here, my requirement is, whatever F is there, wherever F is there, it should be renamed as female. Now, see, the program is, if sex equal to F, it should be renamed as female. Else sex equal to male. We have only two groups, one is male and one is female. So that is why you have written else statement. Now see here. Here it should become, but see the length is only here. See, what is the length here? Only we have length 1. So that is the reason why it is not coming actually. So we need to increase the length also.
$6.
Yes, 6 means in previous data set, what is the length for sex variable? See here, what is the length for sex variable?
1.
Only 1. But we are reading up to 6. So that is the reason why we have to increase the length, so that we can display that data.
So it will be increase that character, right?
Yes, exactly. This for female. Now see,
Yeah.
male and female. See here, I can explain this code also. See here, if sex equal to F, nothing but we have one column name called sex. Here, if F is there, if the condition is satisfied, then it will execute this program. Then it will execute the next condition. If sex equal to F, then it should be renamed as sex equal to female. And else, how many groups are there in sex column? We have only two groups. One is M and one is F. So F, it's already renamed as female, and remaining group is male. So it automatically renamed as male. Otherwise, we can write like this also. If sex equal to M, then sex equal to male. Like this you can write. So this is your data manipulation.
Okay.
And the second, and the second requirement will be like, in the given data, he has given female and male, but he is expecting, he want only female data. You got my point?
Yeah.
He has given females and males, but in the final report, he is expecting, he want only females. See here, again I'm filtering the data here. See here, where equal to sex equal to female. Now I don't want to read male data, just I want to read only female data. So that is why again you can give the condition like where equal to sex equal to female. I want to take only female records. Now see, if you execute the program here, now you will get only female data. Okay. Otherwise, we can give one more condition. If sex equal to F, then output. First, I'm reading this data. Now data is available. Now I'm creating one more data set, one more table. Okay, let it be. Now see here. Now we have only female data. So these kind of modifications we have to do.
So in this current scenario, you have impacted all the original data set, or you have created one separate data for this?
See, first we have data. The main data source is DS table here actually. So nothing but this is your client data. Nothing but this is your original data.
Okay.
You should not do any modification on original data always, right?
Okay.
So for that we have to create new data set called DS1. So I'm creating new table from DS table.
Okay.
So here, as per my requirement, here I need to perform some manipulation. Nothing but I want to filter the data. So I want to take only if sex equal to F, then output. So I want to take only female data.
Right.
Even again in the female, I want the age group should be below 12. See here, I have one more variable called age. Here I have different age groups like 14, 13, 11, 12, 15, 16. So suppose I want females with age equal to 40. See, females with 40. So you can filter the data as per your requirement.
Okay. So main function of that SAS programmer is to access data and query data and analyze it and finally print it or send it to different
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. So these are the main functionality of every SAS programmer: data access, data manipulation, analysis, and presentation. See here, I will do some analysis over here by using one step proc print data equal to your DS. Just run. So nothing but as per your requirement, you will create some tables. Now, if you want to print the table, you need to write the table name in the proc level, the proc step. So see here, you will get this report. So this is nothing but your, as per your client expectation, as per your client requirement, you have generated this report. You have generated this report. Okay. And sometimes what happens? Okay. Now he won't know that how many, what is a subtotal, what is the salary for females, what is the salary for males. So at the time you have to do some additions like summarization.
Okay.
Now see here. Okay, what my requirement is, I want to print what is a subtotals for height. Okay. Now what is a female, what is total female, what is the total height for females and what is total height for males.
Okay.
Now see here, I have one statement. So now I want to print this data by each group wise first. So for female separate and for male separate. This is my requirement. Okay. See what happens, you will get one error actually. See, dataset word.ds1 is not in sorting sequence. Sorting sequence is nothing but according to alphabetic list, it is not in sorting sequence. See, what is the first value? M is there actually. And after that, F is there. See in the data set, first M is there, and after that F is there, again M is there, and after that F is there. So this is nothing but data is not in sorting sequence. Now first we have to make sort. See how I'm going to sort the data? Just by using proc step, proc sort data equal to ds1 by 6, just run. So that we can sort the data. Now check it, whether the data is sorted or not. See, first female group is coming and after that male. So now data has been sorted. Now just go to proc step, proc print level, printing level. Now run this program. Now you will get two windows. One is for female and one is for male. See, this is for female and this is for male. So this is my second requirement. Third requirement is I want to calculate what is the subtotals for height and what is subtotals for what is the total for weight.
Total or average?
Yes. See, just I'm giving sum statement. So it means it calculates sum. Now you can see here. So here now we have calculated subtotals for female separate, for male separate. For which variable? Height. See, if you add this height, 56.5 plus 65.3, you will get this value, 545.3.
If you want to get the average, can you do that?
Yes, we can do that. So the main thing is, the main objective of SAS software is nothing but we have to do some analysis. That's it. So after getting the data, after accessing the data, manipulation is data is compulsory. It's by default. But the main concept is here, we have to do analysis. Analysis is very, very important in SAS. Suppose if we want to calculate average, like mean, standard deviation, n, so you can go for next procedure called proc means procedure. See here, we have three numeric variables. One is age, one is height, one is weight. So what is the n value? What is the mean value? What is the standard deviation? What is the minimum height? sorry, what is the minimum age, what is the maximum age. So by default, it prints all these statistics for all the numeric variables present in the data set. But in our table, but in our data set, we have three numeric variables. One is age, one is height, one is weight. So that's why we are getting these statistics for these three variables. For instance, no, I don't want to print these statistics for all the numeric variables. I want to go with height only. So we can write that variable here, where I want to print only for height. Now see, now I'm executing this program. You will get these statistics only for the selected variable, selected column. You selected only height column. So that is why for height you will get n, mean, standard deviation, minimum and maximum. So suppose now I want to calculate what is the sum. Specify the keyword name here. What is the keyword you want to specify here? You can specify all the options here. Sum. See, this is the total sum for height, 1184.40. So this is sum of height. Suppose if you want to calculate range, you can calculate. So there are some statistical keywords are there. If you want any keyword, you can specify. No need to calculate. No need to use formulas over here. You can type the statistical name here.
Okay.
Whatever starts.
Sorry for interruption. Actually, what is the output tag and result tag?
See here. If you run this program, you will get this output, right? This output. So this is nothing but your analysis information. Okay. Now I got this information with these subtotals 545 and 639.1. So this is your analysis information. Now in the final step, what you have to do? You have to convert this information into client expected format. Okay. Maybe your client will expect in HTML format or PDF or RTF. Now in the final concept, the final step is data presentation. How you are going to present your report. So this is your final response. This is your last step, data presentation. Okay, here we will see. Here we will convert this information, right? So to get this information, this code is compulsory. Just type over here. Now if you run this program, you will get this output. But your client is not expecting in this report in this format, but he is expecting in RTF format. Do you know RTF?
Yeah.
RTF means rich text format, MS Word.
Yeah.
Now see here how I'm going to convert this report by using one concept called ODS concept. ODS is nothing but output delivery system. By using this concept, we can convert this analysis information, which whatever you get, this information you can convert into client expected format. Suppose now your client expecting in RTF format, just type it RTF. Or suppose if he is expecting in PDF format, just type it PDF format here. So I will give you some list actually. So how many formats will be there? Like RTF, PDF, Excel, CSV, markup files. So you can give any. But in the real time, most of the clients, they will expect in Excel or in RTF. Okay, now I want to convert into RTF format. Now after converting this format, now I want to send to the end user, right? Nothing but your client. But here I cannot take that client location here. I'm just taking here desktop location. Now I'm going to send this report into the desktop location. Okay, just give a path of your desktop location. See here, I'm created one folder called sample. So now I want to export that report into this location, in this particular location. Just copy this location and paste over here. Okay, in the sample folder, I want to create one new RTF format report name is ABC is your report name, and extension must be RTF, and give a semicolon. Okay, now this particular information, whatever we will get from this procedure, this information will converted into RTF. Now, one more step is here we have to close that ODS actually. ODS RTF closed. Sorry, that's only closed. Okay, so why it is required means, suppose for instance, suppose here we have one more procedure. Like suppose this is one report.
So bottom one will be also saved, right?
Yes, all the reports will be delivered into that particular location, but I don't want to send all the reports. I want to send this particular report only. So that is the reason why here I want to close this RTF format. Now you got it?
Yeah.
Just see here, now I'm executing this step, ODS RTF. Okay, now your RTF file has created with the name of ABC. In which location? See here, in the desktop location. Let's go to desktop location. So this is your sample folder. Open it. See, one format has created, one reporting format has created. If you open that ABC report, you can see that report which you created in SAS. So this is your final report. But in the real time, we will send this report from the server location in the production level. Okay?
Okay.
So in the real time, what we will do here in the ODS, in this final step, here we will write some mailing part we will write here. Nothing but to whom to it has to deliver, and CC, BCC, every how you send the reports, how you send the documents or files using your Gmail account. So the same way you can send your reports using this ODS RTF file here. Here we have some options.
During this training, we will get that information how to we will send to the server.
Actually, we need the permissions actually, but I will show you in my system. I will show you how can you send that, because now I'm working, right? So I can share my system for that only for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, generally we use actually Outlook actually in the real time. We use Outlook. So we already see in the real time. No need to write entire program, because already program will be there. Automation program will be there. You have to execute that program. That's it. Okay. If additional any requirement is there, sometimes the client will ask you, hey, you have to create one more column, because it is my requirement. I want to add one more column. So how can you add? By writing SAS code, you can write that column. You can add that column. So at that time, you have to write that code. So how to add new column? Okay. So in generally, in most of companies, the program will be there actually. Automation program will be there. You have to execute every program. Every day you have to execute the program. So if you have any errors, you have to recorrect them. So I will tell you how can you find the errors, and how can you debug the errors. So I will tell you everything. No problem.
But in real time, it will be not as simple as this, which we are seeing, right?
No,
it will be
no. Okay, no problem. See, actually, this is your basis. Nothing but here I've written some programs. See, some part is from data strip and some part is from proc strip, right?
Right.
So this is nothing but your base SAS program. But in the real time, we use both base and advanced.
Okay.
Okay. In advanced, see here, do loops. We will write do loops, arrays, proc SQL, macros. So that is why I think you can see the difference actually. So this is your simple program, data step and proc step. We have to know from basics actually.
Right.
Okay, what is a data step and what is a proc step? If you know the basics, you can survive in the advanced level, no problem.
Yeah.
First, at least you should know the basics, right?
Right.
So what is the data step and what is the proc step? What is, by using data step, what we are doing? By using proc step, what we are doing? If you know that basics, you can apply the advanced SAS.
Yeah.
Okay, even see in the advanced SAS, whatever programs you write, the program will be from data step, from proc step only. But we will add some extra text actually from the text will be from macros and advanced SAS.
What is main?
See, I will give you a simple example. Okay, now I want to create 10 data sets here. I want to create 10 data sets from this DS. Okay, I have data sets like DS1, DS2, DS3, DS4. I want to create 10 data sets at a time. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a program to create one data set. If you want to create one more data set, you need to write, you need to write one more data set, right? So now this data set name is data set DS2.
Mhm. So
Okay.
we cannot make this DS2, DS1, comma DS2, DS comma 3.
Yeah, you can do DS1, DS2, but see what happens if you write here DS2. See the same data, whichever what is available, the same data will be copied from DS.
Okay.
You
Okay.
got it?
Yeah.
The same data will be copied to DS1 and DS2, but my requirement is different. I want to copy the data from DS to DS1 in first level. In the second requirement is I have one more data set called test. So at the time I want to copy the data from DS test to DS2. At the time you cannot write DS1 DS2 here, is it?
No.
So yes. So that is the reason why again we have to write one more step.
Okay.
So DS2. So suppose like this, if you want to create 10 data sets, you need to write 10 times. Nothing but one program. How many lines are there? See, 1, 2, 3. So 3 into 10, 30 times you need to write the program.
Okay.
But if you use advanced SAS, you can do it within 4 lines.
Okay.
But there we can write data set. We will write the same program, but we can pass some parameters using some macros.
Okay.
So just now I told you, right? To simplify the program, we use advanced SAS. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yeah.
advanced SAS also, we will write the same program. The program will be from base SAS, from data step and from proc step, but using some macros, we will simplify the program. That's it. Nothing but we can reduce the program. We can reduce the amount of the program lines.
Okay.
That's it.